just so, like, he did not have to post this TikTok, man. Ben, you could have found any number of other TikToks. Why did you post this TikTok? He just destroyed you.
Everybody, stop working. I want you all to imagine a world in which America is not the #1 superpower.
What, is this a communist country or something? I thought this is America.
So what you guys just saw is a very popular YouTuber who goes by Hasanabi Productions, who was like reacting to Ben Shapiro, who was on the left being like schooled by a TikToker. And somebody asked, like, being schooled about what, and who's Benjamin, right? Who's this Benjamin Shapiro guy? So I just want to give you guys a little description about who he is. So Ben Shapiro is an American lawyer, author, and conservative political commentator. He writes columns for Creator Syndicate, Newsweek, and AMI magazine, and he serves as an editor for the Daily Wire, which he actually co-founded in 2015. And he's also the host of the Ben Shapiro Show, and he also like authored 16 books. So this guy is, you know, he's pretty intelligent. Like he's really out there too. Like a lot of people know about him in the debate world and stuff like that. So I used to watch a lot of his videos, and like I truly respected how he would like wear the Jewish hat, because you know, he is Jewish. And I really liked him, to be honest, until I saw many videos of him like supporting the genocide in Palestine. So he also produced a number of highly controversial, upsetting videos from Muslim audiences, which is like truly triggering, He literally supports the genocide, like, and if you don't believe me, just go on YouTube and type in Ben Shapiro supporting the Palestine genocide, and you will see numerous videos of him and things that he would say that would literally dehumanize the Palestinian people. But this video here, I'm not here trying to spread hatred against Ben Shapiro or anything like that, but if you guys see the videos that he's putting out there, it's very upsetting, to be honest, very upsetting. So like I put another bullet point, like I don't hate the man.
I'm just being a hater. I'm hating on every level. I'm hating on every level, dog.
I just simply think he's on the wrong side of things, and it's unfortunate that he's supporting the current genocide of thousands of Palestinians. He also participated in several arguments between Christians and Muslims at prestigious universities throughout America, and he succeeds in presenting a single point of view. So I had to put that in there because a lot of his debates, like, he just sticks with one side. Like a lot of times he doesn't like to go on both sides. He's just like, my side is right, you're wrong, and that's it.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know. Yes, you're right, I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
And yeah, that's my belief. I've seen a lot of his videos, and that's how it is with him. And because of his education, arguing ability, and other debating skills, he often wins these discussions and makes the opposite side look like they are in the wrong. Like I've seen him debate a lot of Muslims who are not as educated as him, but literally he will like try to make them look dumb and stuff by using these big words and stuff like that. But like I said, I do not hate the guy, but just recently with this whole Palestine and Israel conflict, he's been kind of brutal, you know what I'm saying? But hey, hats off to the guy. You know, he's successful with his podcast and with his outlets, and he's like publishing books. But one thing I do not appreciate about him is he's spreading lies about Muslims and the Palestine conflict and stuff like that. And he doesn't believe in the two-state solution. You guys can watch his videos. Like, he always says that the Muslims don't want a two-state solution, but if you watch his videos, you can see that, yeah, he does not want peace with Palestine whatsoever. So I'm going to show you guys another clip right here.
Raid Gaza and kill Palestinians. For no reason, they're just raiding Gaza, just for fun. Just raid Gaza. To do what exactly? To steal their nothing?
So he said to steal their nothing? Like, what do you mean by steal their nothing? Like, if you guys look at this screenshot, if you guys just look at the oil that Gaza has, it literally says, like, geologists and resources economists have confirmed that the occupied Palestinian territory lies above sizable reservoirs of oil and natural gas wealth in Area C of the West Bank and the Mediterranean coast off the Gaza Strip, according to a recent UNCTAD study. New discoveries of neutral gas in the Levant Basin are in the range of 122 trillion cubic foot, while recoverable oil is estimated at 1.7 billion barrels, according to the study entitled The Economic Cost of Occupation for the Palestinian People, the Unrealized Oil and Natural Gas Potential. So again, they make it seem like they're here not trying to steal anything or whatnot, but there are so many resources in Palestine, you know? And when it comes to oil and stuff, that's a lot of wars are caused by oil, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you guys see, you know, genocides and conflicts and wars, a lot of times it's for natural resources such as oil. Like, oil is the new currency. Like, it's always been the currency. And like I said, I'm not some scholar who knows all these things. I'm just a normal person just pointing out the obvious, you know? So here's another clip of Ben Shapiro getting schooled.
Gee, you know, I really wonder what could be the overall goal of raiding the Gaza Strip periodically over time. Surely the answer just evades me. It's such a mystery. I'm sure it has nothing to do with Israeli finance minister and self-described fascist homophobe Bezalel Smotrich donning a map of Greater Israel at a press conference.
What would the raid entail? What would be the purpose of such a raid? Can you explain?
Happy to explain, but I can just let Israeli government officials do it for me. The purpose of operations like Cast Lead and Protective Edge are part of what former military commander and Prime Minister Ariel Sharon called Israel's main weapon, its deterrence capacity. It's a direct quote. Israel's deterrence strategy, spelled out formally by the IDF in what they refer to as their Dahiyya Doctrine, which I encourage people to research, centered on waging preemptive asymmetrical warfare against a civilian population and its infrastructure in order to instill fear in Israel's rivals within the region. In 2006, before these three operations that I cited in my previous video, although there are many others, two important things happened. One, Israel lost a war with Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Some of you guys might ask, who is Hezbollah? Like, because you hear this name a lot in, you know, this army a lot on the mainstream media and stuff like that. So just want to let you guys know, you know, who they are. So Hezbollah is a Shia Muslim political party and militant group based in Lebanon, where its extensive security apparatus, political organization, and social services network have fostered its reputation as a state within a state. Founded in the chaos of the 15-year Lebanese civil war, the Iran-backed group is driven by its opposition to Israel and its resistance to Western influence in the Middle East. So, yeah, I can go on and on with all this information, but yeah, Hezbollah, it's a pretty strong group. It's an army that, you know, can do a lot. And it's just unfortunate that right now, it's right now what we're seeing, it's a clashing between a lot of like armies. We're not just seeing Palestine army versus Israel army. There's a lot of people involved, like I said. But I don't know so much about what's going on. Like I said, I'm just pointing out the obvious, because like I said, there's going to be some haters that are going to be like, oh, you're wrong, and you're spreading hatred, you're spreading propaganda. Like I said, I'm just spreading information. And if this information is not right, then this is not for you. But like I said, this here is just, you know, like I said, just to talk about what's going on. That's really important. You know, this war that, you know, is going on right now as we speak, and it's affecting a lot of people. Even though it might not be affecting us right now, but, you know, you never know. So I just want to say, may this war stop. So let's get to the next clip.
Facing humiliation, the IDF, in accordance with their Dahiyya Doctrine, once again needed a punching bag to remind everyone within the region that Israel was not to be messed with. And predictably, they turned to defenseless Gaza. As one former Israeli foreign minister put it, Israel's real foe is not Hamas, it is the memory of 2006. Or, as other Israeli government officials put it at the time, Gaza is to Lebanon what a second sitting for an exam is to the first. A second chance to get it right. The second important thing that happened in 2006 was that Hamas did what the US had been urging it to do. It participated in an election. Hamas just made one grave mistake. It actually won the election in what President Jimmy Carter, who was there at the time, described as a completely fair and honest election. That's a direct quote.
So pretty much Gaza's mistake was winning an election, and that election was pretty fair, as he just said. Like, I knew it had something to do with Gaza winning its like freedom and stuff like that, because when they become a democracy, like, that's an issue to, you know, who. So because what comes with, you know, you winning an election, you have your freedoms, you can elect whoever you want to elect, you can do a lot. But they didn't want Palestine to have that freedom, you know? And yeah, I just found that really interesting. As soon as they win the election fair and square, boom, you know, a lot comes with that, unfortunately. So I just want to show you, this is Hassan's reaction.
This part is 100% facts. I mean, this guy is cooking pretty fucking hard. Yeah. So there were obviously other considerations, other reasons. Like the secular groups had urged George G.W.B. to not fucking hold this election, but they didn't listen, and they were like, no, don't worry, you guys will win. And then they were spread out, and some of the secular vote was split between multiple groups, whereas Hamas would end up winning. Hamas also ran an anti-corruption campaign. So, you know, there was that aspect of it.
Aside from the United States and Israel, of course, agreed. This was, of course, unacceptable to the United States and Israel. Why? Because Israel and the United States could not afford having Hamas look as if it is a legitimate democratic governing body.
And I'm gonna end it here. So if you want to watch the full video, the link is in the bio. But pretty much this whole purpose of this video was to point out how they make it seem as if Palestine didn't desire like a two-state solution, when like I provided a full breakdown of Palestine desiring a two-state solution in the video like I created after the October 7 conflict. So like either they were rejected or they were assassinated. Like literally, like back then when there were Arabs in Palestine trying to like create a two-state solution, yeah, oftentimes they were like, it's either they were silenced or assassinated. I simply find it amusing that the only two countries that oppose a two-state solution with Palestine are America and Israel, whereas every other country would applaud these two states joining hands. So literally, like, there are so many occurrences where they try to like have a two-state solution, but I guess those agendas just can't come together, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see these two countries come together, because right now the bombings are getting really bad. Like literally, like the videos I'm seeing are coming out of Palestine right now. They're like carpet bombing whole neighborhoods now. Like before it was like, you know, a bomb here and there, but now literally it's just like 15-20 bombs at one time all in one neighborhood. And it's very unfortunate. Like, I can't stop seeing these videos. Like, I have to watch these videos. Some people tell me to stop, you know, covering this type of material. You know, there's nothing I can do. I swear I'm getting a lot of comments like that, or like people messaging me and saying that, you know, what I'm doing is dangerous. But I'm like, how is it dangerous? You know, I understand where they're coming from, but like, why be silent? You know, like literally, why be afraid to point out the atrocities being done? Not just to Arabs, but to people, to humans, to children. You know, like I'm getting really upset. Like I'm like, you know, I have a lot of patience, but when it comes to seeing innocent people dying every single day, like they're making that the norm. Like literally, like it's so desensitizing now. Like when I see children die, that, yeah, it's just very unfortunate. But again, all we can do is spread an awareness and not to always choose one side. Like literally, like what I'm doing right now, I'm not trying to say I'm choosing one side and I'm like saying like F all Jews, and excuse my language, like, you know, literally, like I'm a person who believes that every single person on this earth has the capability of being loving and peaceful and kind, but it's just certain thinking patterns and behaviors and narratives and brainwashing and programming. There's so many things that comes into place. So I'm a strong believer that even the bad can be good. We can turn the bad into good. And although some people will like argue like, what, you know, like that's kind of dumb, but I have hope, you know, and I just hope, you know, the people from the Israeli side will, you know, will come into terms with their heart and not just with their mind and with their like with whatever they're trying to achieve right now. Like I really hope that love does conquer, you know, that love will overtake all this hatred. Thank you guys again for being here and clicking on this video and watching me rant. I really appreciate it. It's like a little therapy session, you know, everybody needs a little therapy here and there, and I really feel like y'all my therapist, you know, like it's kind of weird to say, but yeah, like we need each other, you know, like for anybody out there who feels like they have no one to talk to, or they feel like they're just all alone in this crazy world, you're not alone. Like you're really not. Sometimes all it takes is for you to get a camera and get a microphone and just start talking. You would not believe how many people would just love to see you talk and just to bring an awareness, you know. I hope we are the generation that could put an end to all this crazy stuff, you know, not just in Palestine, but all over the world, you know. I really, really hope that our voice can do wonders. I really hope that.